Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Niners and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Taken from about the 12.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. Dancing away at the 35. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give, it's Jacobs off the option. some space here.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
12 yards. That's good for a Las Vegas. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On play action. Now Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter?
And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Here's Jacobs. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Rolling to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Mac Hollins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10.
14.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing on second down, Wilson. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Wilson.
Gets it out wide to Davis Price.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Raiders 7, 49ers nothing.
So first and 10 now from the 30. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it but no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They go play action with Wilson. This one caught by Kittle. Touchdown! George Kittle, 30 yards. And the Niners are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. What now?
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a first and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Second down and goal. Carr.
Oh, looking for Warner, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Shifts by him, and he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Slot man moves right. From the 25 on second down. Wilson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Here's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They go play action now. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to third down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
14, 19.
Throwing is Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger, Russ.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
Touch 50.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback. As everybody was up at the line of scrimmage, he just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey,
becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year.
And the 49ers drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score.
Raiders 7. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11th.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were
into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson.
He finds Kittle going across the field.
Touchdown 49ers. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. Now Gould for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Niners 21, Raiders 7. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs.
Quickly a slant to Renfro. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Now Carr going left on the option. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Las Vegas.
Here's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this 1st half.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Hey, 734. Kill.
They'll look to throw here.
And he'll look downfield for Waller.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfro. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now the 49ers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
6-18.
Now Carr again. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Foster Moreau as the 1st half is winding down. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. Taken from about the 12.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Play action. Now Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
He was defended by Anthony Averett.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw, it's Carr. He hits Adams complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Off the option, here's Jacobs. To about the 48-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
101 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down.
And able to complete it to Moreau. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Let's go. 7:34.
On first down, Carr.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Wilson. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. On third down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now a play fake. Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
That thing blown up by the defensive effort of Chandler Jones. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. The end result, 21 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Hey, 0-0. Go, 14.
Again, McCaffrey. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. On the ground, McCaffrey. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Gould is good, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
Gould now out to kick it away.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Catch made. It's Moreau. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Carr. Renfro bringing it in over the middle.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
29.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Carr. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Now Carr going left on the option. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
But I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
93. You're mine.
Now Carr. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Raiders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, What do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
They'll roll him out right. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. Able to slither by. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Now a signal and a timeout here on the defensive side of the ball. So they want to stop it with 1 second to go prior to the 2-minute warning.
At the 43-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Now Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Nate Hobbs.
The 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken from about the 12.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Wilson to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And now all of a sudden, the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Throwing now is Wilson. And he'll just get rid of it.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Carr.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football.